Ever felt like you're, playing a high-stakes game of calendar Tetris, trying to keep track of a packed schedule, not just for yourself, but coordinating with dozens, hundreds, or maybe even thousands of people? I mean, think about the sheer audacity of managing something huge and dynamic like an entire NFL season. How do organizations even handle the constant updates, last-minute cancellations, and the absolute need to communicate effectively without everything just spiraling into chaos? It's kind of a logistical high-wire act that happens constantly, often right under our noses. So today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that, the really fascinating world of event management infrastructure. Specifically, we'll be exploring how a pretty sophisticated AWS Calendar Invite Server pipeline was ingeniously built for something as dynamic and massive as the NFL game schedule. Our mission for you as we navigate this is to really unpack the clever architecture that transforms, a simple calendar entry into this robust, scalable system for creating, updating, and sending out calendar invites at a truly massive scale. You'll gain a shortcut, hopefully, to understanding the powerful engineering humming behind seemingly straightforward digital interactions, maybe even find some inspiration for your own challenges. Our source material for this deep dive comes from a detailed YouTube video from 31events.com, focusing on their deep dive one AWS Calendar Invite Server, how the calendar invite pipeline was built for the NFL demo. It gives a really good step-by-step look at this impressive system, and we're going to pull out the most important insights for you. Okay, let's unpack this. Just imagine the sheer logistical nightmare of managing not just the NFL game schedule, but maybe also NBA and MLB seasons. We're talking thousands of games, constant schedule adjustments, venue changes, and millions of fans needing accurate, up-to-the-minute invites. How do you even begin to automate that entire process effectively and reliably? Make sure it's accurate and reaches everyone.
Well, what's truly compelling here, I think, is that the solution starts with a tool almost everyone uses every single day, a standard calendar client, like Google Calendar, for instance. This system cleverly leverages something familiar like that as the initial input point for a really powerful backend. And the real genius isn't just using a common tool. It's strategically outsourcing the complex UI development and, the user training. Imagine the engineering resources saved by not having to build a custom event editor from scratch or teach thousands of organizers some new interface. It's huge. This choice drastically lowers the barrier to entry and leverages a tool's inherent reliability and familiarity. It turns a common utility into, well, a powerful enterprise interface.
That's a huge insight right there, leveraging what people already use. Okay, so in our scenario, the main organizer, the person making all this happen, let's call her Mandy. She's the one who loads all the game data using her everyday calendar client. And this isn't just for her personal schedule, right? Her calendar becomes the critical first step for ingesting data for this massive system.
Exactly. It's her central command center, surprisingly enough.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting and maybe a bit counterintuitive. Mandy sends her game data, basically, these structured calendar invites, to a very specific email address, createacalendarsnack.com. Now, this isn't just any old email inbox. It's a vital digital drop-off box designed for one single, very powerful purpose.
Precisely. This createcalendarsnack.com address is conceptually a simple email box, but it's tightly integrated directly into Amazon's Simple Email Service, or SES.
Right, Amazon's email service.
Yeah, think of SES as a highly scalable email sending and receiving service. From there, a crucial process they've dubbed the email box to ETL in gets triggered.
ETL, extract, transform, load. That old data warehousing term.
That's the one. It stands for extract, transform, load, a classic way of moving and processing data. So during this ETL in process, the system automatically extracts all the relevant data points from Mandy's calendar event. It then intelligently disassembles the calendar invite, breaking it down into its core components, all the essential details like date, time, location, description, attendees, everything. This processed, structured data is then stored as a new event in a database where it gets assigned a unique identifier, or UID. And that UID is absolutely key for tracking, updating, and referencing that specific event later on.
Right. So this constant feedback loop from Mandy's calendar, it brings us neatly to a fundamental concept they've leveraged, the CR engine principle. Could you elaborate on what makes this so powerful here?
Absolutely. The calendar client itself effectively acts as the create, read, update, delete, or CRU engine for the entire system. Any manipulation Mandy performs in her calendar, whether she's creating a brand new event, editing an existing one, saving changes, or even outright canceling an event, automatically sends that new or updated data back to that AWS SES box. And updates trigger a new workflow with an incremented UID. That's crucial for version control, ensuring every change is tracked and auditable over time.
Ah, so you can see the history.
Exactly. And if Mandy moves an event off her calendar, maybe deletes it, that action directly triggers a cancellation within the system's database. This continuous sort of bidirectional flow is what makes it so robust.
That's incredibly elegant, just turning an everyday tool into a powerful data engine. So if I'm getting this right, the core idea here is that our familiar calendar client isn't just for personal stuff, it's actually the command center for this whole sophisticated system.
Precisely. It means your everyday calendar client, the very one on billions of desktops and mobile devices, becomes the command center for this sophisticated pipeline, constantly feeding and updating the system. Now, while it is brilliant, it's also, a testament to careful design.
Mm-hmm.
Because leveraging existing tools offers huge benefits.
Yeah.
Ease of use, development costs.
Sure.
But it also requires really robust error handling and adaptability. Because those external clients, Google Calendar or Outlook, they can update or change their own systems frequently.
Right, you're dependent on them to some extent.
You are. So it's a classic example of working with existing infrastructure rather than just building everything from the ground up. Okay, zooming out for a moment. Once this event data is so carefully managed and stored with those unique UIDs, it unlocks a whole multitude of applications far beyond just holding an event, which kind of begs the question, what can you truly do with robustly organized, accessible event data at this scale? This brings us to what they call principle number 2, the storage system layer. The stored data and its associated processing functions are fundamentally used for displaying information, running analytics, and dynamically building web pages. It's really the foundation for everything that comes next. It transforms that raw event data into actionable insights and engaging user experiences. A crucial component here is API 1. They refer to it as the ETL out or emitted calendar invite API.
ETL out, so the opposite of ETL in.
Kind of, yeah. This API is responsible for taking that stored, disassembled calendar invite data and expertly reassembling it into a new invite when needed. It can be called using what they term the calendar invite send API endpoint. This matches an email address to a specific event UID, reconstructs the invite on the fly, and then uses the AWS SES raw API to actually send it out. And critically, this API handles sending updated or canceled invites specifically to previously invited participants, and we already responded yes or no to the original invitation, so they always get the latest info.
That's smart. You don't want to bother people who aren't coming or resend to everyone.
Exactly. Beyond that, the pipeline utilizes 7 core APIs, specifically organizer APIs 2 through 7. Think of these as Mandy's custom toolset. Each one is designed to pull specific slices of data. Maybe one API gives her a real-time count of RSVPs.
Okay.
Another provides detailed analytics on past events, and maybe yet another allows her to manage bulk communications for specific groups of fans. These APIs feed data from the API Gateway, which is Amazon's service for managing and securing access to all these functions.
Right, the gatekeeper.
Through that email to ETL and function we talked about, and into various display dashboards and tools, such as something they call Calendar Snack.
Calendar snack. That sounds intriguing. What exactly is that?
Yeah, Calendar Snack is apparently a creation by Mandy's teammate, Ari. It's described as a comprehensive dashboard that displays rich, detailed data. It supports bulk sending of calendar invites for, transactional reasons via built-in graphical user interfaces, those friendly buttons and forms we all use.
Ah, GUIs. Makes it easier for Mandy.
For sure. And
Yeah.
it dynamically generates custom, multi-event upcoming pages. It's really the organizer's command center for visualizing and acting on all that collected data.
Okay, so we've seen how Mandy, the organizer, manages the data. Let's shift perspective. What about a fan, a customer of Mandy's? Imagine, Zach wants to add a specific game to his personal calendar. How does he get that seamless experience that we all kind of expect today? So Ari, Mandy's brilliant teammate, has built what's described as a beautiful page for the 2025-26 NFL season. Apparently, this page uses Vue.js, which is a popular JavaScript framework for building dynamic user interfaces, and it loads all the NFL season data incredibly fast. They do this by storing static info efficiently in a JSON format right within the user's browser, which makes the page feel really instant and responsive.
Right, client-side rendering helps a lot there.
Yeah. This page dynamically displays all the NFL season data by pulling from those various APIs we just discussed. And crucially, this page highlights that API 1 send calendar invite endpoint. Essentially, it's just a simple button that lets users receive an invite for a specific game. So sending an invite to Zach is incredibly straightforward. Zach puts his email address, say zach@textbaiter.com, into a field on that page, clicks a button, and boom. Instantly receives a personalized calendar invite for that specific game. The system reconstructs the calendar invite on the fly, matching his email address to the game's UID from the Dynamo database.
DynamoDB, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon's high-performance NoSQL database, perfect for internet-scale applications like this. It's all happening behind the scenes in milliseconds.
And the cool part doesn't stop there, right? When Zach responds to that invite, whether he clicks yes, maybe, or no, his response generates a participant calendar receipt. Basically, a structured notification of his attendance status that gets automatically sent back via the API gateway.
Closing the loop.
Exactly. This response is then gathered and displayed in Mandy's event organizer dashboard, providing that crucial real-time feedback. Mandy knows instantly who's planning to attend. Okay, to really bring this to life, let's trace a live update through the system, just like it was demonstrated in the source material. This is where the magic truly happens, I think. So Mandy, our organizer, goes into her own Google Calendar client. She finds a specific Green Bay Packers game event, and she then changes the description of that game to something a little more exciting, like, stop by surprise vendor booth 431 and get a free scoop of ice cream.
Nice incentive.
Right. A simple edit, something we all do every day for a doctor's appointment or whatever, but here it instantly broadcasts out.
That seemingly simple action, just clicking save on her change, is what truly triggers the seamless data flow. Her updated calendar invitation gets sent back to createcalendarsnack.com. The email box to ETL in process kicks in again, disassembles the updated invite, and updates the stored data for that event in the database, complete with that incremented UID to track the revision. Then, this updated data flows to the display pipeline using those organizer APIs 2 through 6, instantly reflecting the new game detail, that free ice cream on the 2025-26 NFL season page for everyone to see. It's effectively a real-time content delivery network, but specifically for calendar events.
Voila! A real-time update just from a simple calendar edit. It almost feels like Mandy's calendar just got a superhero upgrade.
Yeah, it's that everyday familiarity combined with the powerful back-end orchestration that makes it so impactful. Now, building on that, Zach, he's viewing the updated season page. Maybe now he's enticed by the free ice cream.
Definitely.
He clicks the button for that specific Packers game again. The system, maybe recognizing him or just his intent, sends him an updated invite.
So Zach receives the invite with the new, enticing details, and of course he accepts it. Yes, I'm going to the game, and I'm definitely getting that ice cream. Back on her panel, Mandy, acting as the organizer, can go to her View Reports dashboard for that event and instantly see Zach's yes response reflected.
Right there. It's a complete circle, from organizer edit to fan confirmation and right back to organizer insight, all happening in near real time. This entire sequence really demonstrates a fully qualified working pipeline. It connects a seemingly simple calendar edit to a dynamic web display and personalized communication, all while meticulously tracking participant responses and providing vital feedback to the organizer. It's truly a marvel of interconnected systems, making these complex operations seem effortless. And, leveraging standard, reliable services like SES, API Gateway, DynamoDB to build something far greater than the sum of its parts.
We've really journeyed from just a simple calendar entry to this complex automated system that intelligently manages, updates, and dispatches event invitations at an incredible scale. It's a powerful reminder, I think, that even the most routine digital actions often have sophisticated, well-engineered machinery humming away behind them. Makes you appreciate the thought that goes into those simple buttons we click every day.
Yeah, and what's truly insightful here is the elegant integration of these foundational data management principles like, robust CRU'd operations, efficient ETL processes, and a whole suite of well-designed APIs into a highly practical real-world application. It creates a seamless, almost invisible experience for both the organizers like Mandy and the participants like Zach, which raises an important question, I think. How can understanding such efficient pipelines empower you, the listener, to think more critically about automation and data flow in your own work or daily life? Maybe see opportunities where you hadn't before.
And for a final provocative thought to maybe chew on, consider how this pipeline, which was masterfully designed for dynamic event schedules, could be adapted. What other types of constantly changing, high-volume information flows in your life or industry, maybe stock market updates, product release schedules, or even just coordinating family activities could benefit from a similar automated ingestion, update, and dispatch system, turning everyday tools into powerful engines of communication and organization, something to mull over until our next deep dive.